Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the very inception of the very first day on Echoes of Realities with Blaze Joseph and
Isaac Avalumun Iorzaa.
you say?
Isaac Avalumun Iorzaa.
No, talk to the camera, talk to them. Who do you say you are?
Isaac Avalumun Iorzaa.
Okay, so you guys heard the name. Sound like a name of an ancestry, a god that you should serve.
So
I
amazing.
celebrate this.
I celebrate you more.
Power.
So what's your name?
My name is Blaze Joseph.
Blaze Joseph.
Blaze Joseph, so easy to remember. It's sweet on the tongue.
Actually.
Unlike some people that carry name of idol. It's alright. But what does that name even mean, sir?
Actually, when we're talking about Avalumun, it's more of a prophetic name.
Wow,
The name is
really?
very prophetic because it
Interesting.
talks about a thing that is to come to pass.
Wow.
Like Lumun. Actually, Lumun talks about agreement.
That's nice.
Talks about agreement, and Ava is talking about a thing that is to come.
Wow.
So there is going to be an agreement in time to come. Over here, maybe about the existence of God. People come to agree that there is God. People will come to agree that there should be unity. People to come to terms. So my name is a very prophetic name.
Wow. It also means that people will come to agree to know that you are a great man. They will
Exactly.
come to agree that
Man
you
of
have
God.
money. And it will come to be that money with you.
Exactly.
I like
and by the
it.
time it has come to pass, I will remember you.
You know they forgot Joseph. They forgot Joseph. Don't dare forget. Anyways, to carry you guys along, you're welcome to Echoes of Realities, and this is an informative, educative, and transformative platform where we have general discussions as touching human realities,
Exactly.
human existence, where we have discussions as touching everyday interactions.
That's right.
Like now, the way NEPA just took light. This is what we're saying. We're in the studio, we're recording, they have taken light.
Yeah.
But thank God we're in a place with the right amenities.
That's right.
So we
Sometimes
untouch
just
light
have to
sometimes.
Improvise. Wow.
Hallelujah, NEPA is back. Up NEPA.
Up
As a
NEPA.
child, if you did not shout up NEPA, you don't have childhood. I'm sorry. Your childhood is compromised. The average Nigerian
Yeah.
child don't know what up NEPA means.
We all both experience that, but
Yeah.
then there are some places you go to that when you shout NEPA, it sounds so odd.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the experience, they're like there's a part of Benue in Buku where there is Dangote cement.
Really?
At that place there is constant light, and that is supplied from the factory, from the factory.
Wow, amazing. So just the presence of that factory room brought development. to that
Exactly.
environment.
And
That's a lot.
it's so intriguing. There's a place I went to, there was a particular house I entered, and I saw that there was nobody in that particular compound, but I saw on a tree, a bulb was just shining, so
Wow.
shiny. And I also noticed that even on trees they hang bulbs because light is everywhere.
They don't have prepaid meter in that place.
No.
Okay, it's not prepaid meter.
Everything is
wow.
sponsored.
Wow, it's even sponsored.
By the
I mean, so they don't even pay NEPA bill.
They don't.
Guys, you go need pack go that area for Boko. You know, don't hear updates, free updates.
But remember, doors can actually deal with it in that environment.
Wow.
And you know it can be cancerous in nature because of the what?
Man of God, you can't be giving hope and giving discouragement.
No, as on Echoes of Realities, it's good that we
Yeah, that's
strike
true. We
balances.
don't no filters here.
Yeah, right.
No filters,
That's
no
very
filters. We give you as it dey be.
That's
As it be. Okay. Just to go further in the program of the day, in case you're just joining in, do well to help us like and share this broadcast
Very important.
with your family, friends, and loved ones, even your enemies. They go need hear some kind things because
Very
some kind
important.
times on
I
this
like
way
the
they talk,
vibes.
they fire your enemies.
That's right.
So you go need, say you get some kind message you go one pass tell person when you no fit really tell the person. When you can't hear person talk and you can't post am for your status, do well.
Do well, sure.
Like
And
you know that
remember-
your stingy neighbor when you go one try tell am say he's stingy, but you no really know as you want to tell am. So when we dey address some kind things wey go touch am for body, you go help us paste am for
Very
your status.
important. Very important.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Remember, this is very transformative,
Yeah.
informative, and
Educative. Glory to
Thumbs
God.
up.
So just to pick up on the conversations, and trust me, we have a whole pack load for you guys. We have we'll be having guests on the show.
That's
We're
right.
actually three of us that pioneered this idea. I, myself, my brother here, and another of us that is not here. When you get to meet him, a very interactive individual
our comedian,
by name The
with an
Uncle.
apostolic unction.
So okay, just to pick up on the conversation, you were saying something at the beginning that I found quite striking. Sorry, I'm not wearing shoes in the studio. Let me drop my leg. Maybe like I show my leg.
At least I have my shoes. So
you have your shoes, so you don't have issues.
Foreign standard. No, yeah, when you
Man
have
of
shoes,
God,
you
this
don't
is
have
Abba.
issues.
Me and you know say this is
When you have shoes, you don't have issues.
They play. Okay, all right. So you said you were talking about the implication of your name.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And I want us to just delve into that a little. I have like 2 questions to ask in that line.
It's alright, no problem.
Do you believe, not to sound spiritual or to sound, what's the word I'm looking for now? Not to sound too
You mean religious?
religious, and to also sound to, there are people giving to spiritism and giving to like beliefs of mythical mythical beliefs. That's what I'm looking for. Not to sound too mythical now, but do you think that names actually have an implication in the life of the bearers of them? And if they do, like, so what kind of importance do you think the role of names play in the lives of people? Can you just share a little light on that?
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. These questions like this are so interesting, and these are some kind of conversations I like involving myself in. Man of God, truly, names have great implications. I think there is a particular research, an experiment that was carried out by a scientist, and then this scientist brought out some crops, or let's say some seedlings, and then he segmented some into a particular container, and then he also segmented same seedlings into a separate container. Now he gave it a time frame. For some of the other seedlings, this man started speaking negativity into the other seedlings, the other crops, into these seeds. So as he continued, every day he woke up, go there and insult, curse, and speak all form of defamatory words to those particular seedlings in there. And the same, while he is doing it, he was doing it simultaneously. As he would speak negativity into them and curse those particular seedlings, he will do same to this one, but the opposite. He will start blessing these ones, that you will grow to be good, productive, you'll be blessed, you'll be amazing, you'll be excellent, you will just be outstanding. So after the experiment, the result was, sincerely, this is to tell you how powerful names are and words that we speak are. It was found out that after a while, the seedlings or the crops that were spoken more of negativity into, they were so shabby, they were somehow, some were so wrinkled, some were so much deformed.
Wow.
And looking at these ones that was of positivity and of good thoughts and declaration of good things and blessings upon, when he looked at it, he was wowed, because he saw that there were excellent display of the same words that he spoke of blessing to those. So that experiment was carried out, I think it's not even a believer, by somebody that was just moved to carry out certain things to understand the power of words. So names really have implications. So the name you bear, I know as a believer, looking at some scriptures, a lot of things that has been unveiled in scripture. Some God encounters certain persons and then he has to change their names. Like the case of, I think it is Jacob to Israel, Abraham to Abraham, and then so many other instances that we can give. So names, and when you give birth to a child, and you oftentimes you start telling that child that you are a good for nothing somebody, you are an idiot, you behave as though you don't know anything. There's a way that child keeps feeling. Before you know, inferiority complex steps in, and that child begins to feel inferior. Doesn't have the energy to even talk to or express himself to even his peers, because there is fear. So it's good for you to speak the right words to people. So just this now, with this now, I know that words truly have, and names have implications.
Wow. So you further expanded that, not just that names are powerful, they have the ability to affect the attributes the bearer
Exactly.
of them carries.
Exactly.
And not just that, even the words we speak day to day
Yes,
have
sir.
lots of implications.
Sure.
That's a lot.
Sure.
So you said in this particular research, the man picked. You're talking about by seeds. You meant like normal seeds,
Yeah,
like
like normal
seeds
seeds.
for planting.
Yes.
And he spoke negative into them.
Exactly.
My God.
Cursing them every day.
That's a lot.
Cursing them every day, saying you are a good for nothing seed. I curse you this day. You look somehow. Your head is big. Look at how
So
shabby
the
you
seeds
are.
took the shape of the word.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's some
And it
revelation
was
there.
a scientific experiment.
Wow.
Not even a religious person that carried it out.
Wow.
I think I will go into research and bring out the name of this person.
Wow.
The full explanation to that.
That's a lot. So now, in that line,
Yes, sir.
can you further tell us the implications of noun? So like if, for example, just like you stated, the power of negative words. So are you trying to say, like, could it also be said that the reason why many people don't amount to much is because of the words that have been spoken to them? And if that's the case, just to also say, does it mean that you, as a recipient of negative words or bearing a negative name, does that mean you don't have a right in yourself? Can you from within like change the reaction without, or because you are spoken to, does that mean you absorb it and take shape? Is there something you can do? For example, maybe somebody listening now is a child that has grown up, maybe this person has a bad name, maybe the person to have been spoken ill to.
Exactly.
Does that mean the person will automatically become evil, like the way the seeds took the shape of the negativity that has been spoken to them? Does that mean there is no resistance? What can we now do to counter the negative things that are coming to like shape us? Is there a solution? Is there a way?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Questions like these, they broaden my horizon to think more, and I like talking on stuff like this. Sincerely, just like you said, there's a word you used, resistance. Is there no resistance? Sincerely, there is a resistance.
Wow.
Now, this resistance can only come in if there is an understanding on your inner man. Now, we are not, our identity actually is not defined by how we are being addressed, but by who we are.
Wow.
Exactly. It's your outward appearance is a reflection of your inside. How your mind is filled with, the kind of thoughts your mind is filled with, is what actually speaks in your actions, in your choice of words, and in your relationship with people. So there is this feeling that some words makes people feel. Now, you cannot totally say that because certain words of negativity were spoken concerning you, and then you allow such to become your experience. There's a resistance to it. Now, this resistance can only happen if you have an understanding. Now, what am I talking about understanding? What I mean by understanding is knowing who you are. When you know who you are, you bring forth from an overflow of what is within.
My God.
Not really minding what someone is saying concerning you. Now, there are some people that have been downtrodden, even in the society, that have been looked down on, even in the society, not knowing that some of these people, they have loads of ideas and potentials that are just dormant on the inside of them. But time and season happen to everyone. Now, there is another thing that is so inducing. This thing is what I call the positive dimension of challenge. When you are challenged, you are provoked. Right? Now, somebody that is constantly talking to you so badly, insulting you, speaking words of negativity at you, saying you will not amount to anything. Do you know such words sometimes can trigger a passion of, should I say, defense? But your defense in this aspect is not the kind of defense.
Not physical.
You want to prove to this personality, to this person speaking so ill at you, that you are capable, that you are fit, that you do not succumb to what they call you. You bet that challenges you, provokes your inner man. You search from within you and bring out ideas, bring out some actionable steps, and then you start doing them, and you follow through diligently on that course, and you abort and thwart everything that they have said concerning you. Now there are lots of people in the society that today, even though they've not gone to school, they have made it.
Yeah.
And at some point in their families, people thought they could not amount to anything. But then along the way, they got understanding. Maybe a friend had with just an idea, a knowledge that popped into their spirit, and they worked on it over time. So human being generally, we are so multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
So you cannot just conclude somebody based on what you see. Maybe the person must have not done anything so meaningful. It was maybe because he lacked knowledge.
Yeah.
So if knowledge can come in and there will be an understanding that lightens of the heart, lightens of the spirit, and lightens of the mind, there will be an illumination, and that illumination can cause something powerful to come. So the name you once called this person will no longer matter, because that person has defied all that you have labeled concerning.
That's
So there is always a resistance.
so I think one of the things you said, the person has to come to a knowing from his inner man.
Exactly.
Inner man. I don't know, but some persons might be coming across that inner man for the first time. So there's not just a man that is seen with that. There's the inner man. There's the inside life in the man. There's an inner man. So can you just, and you said the person has to receive that revelation, not in his mind, not in his head. You said in the inner man. So how does one come to a place where they receive information in their inner man? How does it happen?
You know, human beings generally, man is a spirit. I don't want to be so spiritual, because most times when you are discussing, it will be as if you are more of a spiritual person. Now, but it is tested and proven everywhere, even by scientists. Man is a spirit. And scripture says man is a spirit, he has a soul, and he lives in the body. Now these are three, the tripartite nature of a man. Now the spirit has its own dimension, that is the unseen operation of man. Now the soul is the powerhouse of the mind. This is where your thoughts are being processed. This is the powerhouse of everything. So the man has a spirit, has a soul, and then he lives in the body. So now,
an amazing way to live.
When you're talking about an inner man, let's talk about, your spirit and your soul. Your soul and your spirit are in contention with each other. That's your kind of thoughts that are being processed in your inner man, this is where I'm talking about the soul. Your inner man is a combination of your soul and your spirit. But what happens most is in your soul, right? Because your thoughts are processed in your soul. It is not just the spirit. Now the spirit will act on the kind of thoughts that you house on your inside in the body. Now if your thoughts are positive, the spirit of positivity will ride on your thoughts, and the actions you will exhibit will be positive actions. That's why we have good men and we have bad men. Now that's why we have people joining all sorts of gangs, becoming arrogant, people doing all sorts of nonsensical stuff. It is the kind of thoughts they process in their mind, in their inner man. Now I want to explain this thing so well, because sometimes people fail to understand. See, your soul is powerful. Even Satan is fighting for your soul, and God also fighting for your soul. Because in the realm of the spirit, I'm still entering spiritual stuff now. Now in the realm of the spirit,
feel free, sir.
In the realm of the spirit, the spirit is permitted to work on the soul of a man based on the kind of thoughts that man accommodates most. So if your heart or your soul has more of positive or godly thoughts, then the spirit that will come upon you will be the spirit of God. But if your mind is more of evil thoughts, the spirit that will come upon you will be the spirit from the other side. So most of the things you see people display is because of the spirit at work in them. And this spirit has no right to come into you except you permit it by the kind of thoughts that you have in your body. So if I'm talking about the inner man, these are the dimensions that explains it. It's who you are based on the kind of thought. The Bible said that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The mouth speaks. So that's that for.
Wow.
For that.
You know, you said in response to that very striking things I got notice of. You said the more thoughts we let to thrive in our soul, we will begin to act upon those thoughts and be those thoughts.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, it can be said that a man is the sum total of his thoughts.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So if that's the case, which means we can have a more enlightened society and we can have a more enlightened people if we can guide the thoughts of more people.
It just made me speak in tongues. So I got this insight, this inspiration, just I don't think it's even up to 2 weeks.
Wow.
While I was in a vehicle coming to work. The Spirit of God was just opening me into certain things. And then he was telling me about the spirit, the soul, and the body. And was teaching me on how I can be able to make impact. I am an educationist by profession.
Wow.
And it's within me a great passion to make impact. So the kind of thoughts, the God was telling me that for me to make impact, I need to work on the thoughts of the people. So knowledge is important. So what kind of knowledge you carry to give to a people that will shape their thoughts, that will purify their thoughts, that will work on their thought patterns, and the kind of things they house in their soul. That is, if I'm able to, to replace their negative thoughts with positive thoughts, then I've gained access to these people and I can make my impact. That is because that is when his spirit can come into them. Because a heart that is filled with negative thoughts, the spirit of God cannot come in except those thoughts of evil are taken out.
Wow. Okay, just to digress a little.
Okay, sir.
And for those of you watching, remember, you're not out of this conversation. I know sometimes the conversations get heated and we are speaking. You're not out of the conversation. So you have any comment, you have any addition to drop it on the comment box. And the way it works on the show is that within a week, we go to the comment sections and the person that comments the most, that has the most positive insight, we invite them over to the studio.
That's right.
We then invite them over and give them an opportunity to share their thoughts with the people. And don't be left out, because if there is a voice crying inside of you to speak, to make impact, just like you said, thoughts shape men.
Exactly.
And men with the right thoughts shape society. Right? So don't lax behind. Do well to drop your comments and join in on the conversation. And God bless you. God bless you. So back to the question. You said something very striking.
Okay, sir.
And that has also made me ask certain questions in my spirit. If thoughts, or the man is the sum total of his thoughts, what are certain platforms do you think we can use? Okay, let me first say this before I even ask that. What do you think has been one of the major sources of a retarded, block-minded, and negatively enveloped society? what are some of the contributors to what has shaped the thoughts of men over time? What are those structures?
Wow.
I want to know some of those areas, and how can we make sure that the message coming from such sources are more positive? So the question is simple. What are the areas that has shaped the thoughts of men, the thoughts of people in society? What are some of those? Who are some of those people? Are they persons? Are they institutions? Are they organizations? What are some of those things that have shaped the thoughts of society over time?
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph Bliss, for this question. You know, if platforms like this are created and for the sake of impact, people are invited to speak, it will go a long way in causing changes in our society. Now, this question you just asked is a very powerful question, and I'm celebrating you for asking such, because you know it takes your mental prowess and your paradigm shift to broaden your horizon to think of things like this. You know, in our society is so, most people are so blindfolded to a point that even thinking, no longer think.
My God.
Just keep talking of things that are just at the present, leaving behind the major things that needs to be discussed. So there's a lot of factors and forces and sources that have retarded and caused shifts in the mindset and the thoughts of the people. Now, some of these things I will highlight maybe in three. One of the number one thing that have stand so strong and behaviors of the people in the society. Number one, you know, is religion.
My God.
Religion.
The very number one on the list.
Yeah, religion.
Religion.
Well, I would have taken it to mention my number two, which is culture, but I know why I mentioned religion. Now, religion, when the matter of religion is mentioned, you know, for those who are not atheists, who believed in the existence of God as being the supreme, right? Now, we all operate, whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, you are a Buddhist, or you are a Hinduist. It doesn't mind, because we all believe our belief system is the ultimate, because we feel what we believe is the climax of who God is.
Wow.
Is the climax of who God is. So if I consider this phone as my God today, and you consider your watch as your God today, there has been a conviction that has been bettered based on the knowledge you have to believe this thing is a God, right? Or to believe this thing is a God to you. Now, if I have accepted wholeheartedly that this is a God to me, there is just nothing I would like to hear from you to tell me that this thing is never a God to me. Now, these are shaping our mindset and our thoughts. Now, if there will be a system or a platform for clarity and for more ideas and views of diverse people from diverse religion to come together and discuss and to know which is the truth, if phone should be served as God, we agree, and it will be written and documented, those platforms will help. Now, because there are no such platforms, I remember there was a time that Dr. Miles Monroe was invited for a meeting in those days. I think it was in Bahamas, that other leaders of other religious bodies were invited. Now, he was also invited as a Christian to come speak from the Christian perspective. Now, some sheikh who were some Muslim leaders were also invited. Now, these people spoke of other religions, and Miles Monroe was the last person to speak. He said that he was so confused of what to say. He was even gripped with fear, because leaders of world have already spoken. What did he even have to say? But some people who have known him in the society, who have tested of his character, his behavior, and who he is, his personality, they encouraged him to go speak. Whatever he feels to speak, he should say it expressly without fear. Now, he climbed the stage and he began to speak. And immediately, he started making, before he spoke, he made a prayer. That prayer, the Buddhists, the Hindus, even the Muslims that were there, they all prayed it with passion. Now, he was so amazed at the kind of force that causes people to pray with him, even though they are not of his religion. And that was the beginning of the success of his sermon. After that meeting, a lot happened. Even some Muslims, some Sheikhs, some people from other religions, they came, they started shaking with hands with him. Wow. That's to tell you the power that comes with a platform being set to discuss to discuss matters of importance, where decision will be made, even if it is not made generally, it will be left in the minds of people that truly this is the ultimate. So religion has in so many ways affected the thoughts of the people. Now every religion tries to protect their doctrines, to protect everything with all their might, that nobody speaks against their God.
Yeah.
But then I don't think it should be so, because we all believe in the word called truth. If there is an English word called truth, then that means if you are this, there is one truth. And if we can collectively come together and decide based on our conversations of people we know are representative of respective bodies, the one with the superior knowledge being, selected or noticed, that person should be allowed to say the truth, and the truth will be accepted. Just like in sciences, before a law is considered a law, a theory, it goes through a lot of processes, from observation to investigation to hypothesis, through a lot. Then it concludes. Sometimes it gets to hypothesis. Hypothesis is not a theory, it's not a law. It's like a guesswork, but it is still put because there are some aspects of it that are relevant. Until it becomes a theory or a law, you cannot go and be showing yourself that is the ultimate.
Wow.
Because some scientists have gathered biologists, chemists in diverse forms and have accepted this is the ultimate. Take it anywhere. That is why today we talk of Graham's law of diffusion in Nigeria, in America,
and it's globally accepted. Wow.
So
wow, amazing.
Well, it is so broad. I talk of just religion and look at how
it is quite broad. It is quite broad.
I've not even talked about culture.
My God.
Now the culture has so much affected the thoughts of the people and have retarded many. Now culture is just a total way of life of a people. Life evolves. Life evolves. When the first man was created in this earth, he had a culture. Right?
Wow.
He had a culture.
You're really broadening this. Sorry to cut you, sir. For those of you following, not to get, even I myself, my brain is about to, I'm just receiving loads of information. My ears is about to escape. My brain is about to escape through my ears. So, just so you can have a quick break and join us again. We're just going for a quick break for the next 1 minute.
Very important.
Do well to stay tuned, and in case you are still waiting, you've not dropped a comment, you've not shared this broadcast, you're not doing well, because by you sharing broadcasts like this and you commenting and liking this video, you are being a part of those that are shaping your society by giving this conversation to somebody that needs to hear it. And just by doing that, you're giving your own fair quota of contribution, and you're also helping this program and this channel to also thrive.
That's right.
And that's a good thing.
That's
a good thing. So don't forget to punch the like button and share as we take a quick 1 minute break.
Thank you. This is Isaac Avalumun Iorzaa. Today on Echoes of Realities, we are educative, transformative, and we are entertaining. We bring you words that matters, voices that matters. We bring you topics of relevance. I am a persetter. I believe so much in optimism. I believe so much in vision. I believe so much in giving my own quarter contribution from my intellect, by the grace of God, to a people for impact. I believe in raising people who understands who they are, even if they did not prior to their meeting me. That will get to realize their potentials, their dormant potentials, their untapped potentials, their capped capabilities, and bringing them to limelight, that they will know who they are and they will start working therein. So on Echoes of Realities, we bring you multi-topics, diverse topics. We are so dimensionally, and we operate not only about the secular stuff. We talk on religious matters, discuss society, discuss Nigeria, we discuss countries, we discuss things that matters across continents, across the globe. So this is who we are. Thank you so very much for connecting with us, and we trust to be having more of you as we get this moving. This is going to bless you so much. It's going to educate you, it's going to transform your life, and it's going to bring you to limelight. That's it. You will become, you will emerge. We are people that cause people to emerge, the emergence, the perseverance. Thank you, and God bless you. Do have a great day.
Thank you, sir. You can just... My name is Joseph, and I am a servant of God, laden with the responsibilities to show forth the light of Christ in teaching, in preaching, in prophecy, and through the instrumentality of music. I hail from Adamawa State, Nigeria, Bachama by tribe, and yeah, hence the dark Melanese. Okay, so this is Echoes of Reality podcast. So it's a podcast that is educative, informative, and transformative, and most of all, it is filled with those aha moments, those moments that your mind is challenged, the moment where you contact an information that causes a revelation, that brings about a transformation, that births a paradigm shift. So that's what we're about. We're about conversations that challenge your normal belief system, because hear me, friends, your belief system is everything. You cannot go beyond your belief system. You cannot go beyond your belief system. So we talk about society, we talk about reality, we talk about religion, we talk about general conversations that have an effect on the average man or the common man, on the conversations that matters of concern to everyone in society. So one thing you do for us is do well to be a part of, an active contributor to this community. It's a live community. It's a community. So do well to follow us on all our social media handles, on our Instagram, on our Facebook, and most especially on our YouTube. You can do well by supporting this channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Do that and stay connected. Trust me, we have mind-boggling conversations that will get you going, conversations that will cause your mind to rumble, conversations that will set you on course, and if you're on course already, conversations that will keep you going. So thank you for tuning in. I'm Blaise Joseph once more, and I'm your friendly neighbor. Peace.